Bankrupt city with limited resources, the chief of police says the more people are legally armed, the safer the streets will be. BC Onaleary has more.
Well, having me as a father,
Rick Ector says he was in the driveway of his Detroit home 8 years ago when he was approached by two men at gunpoint. They stole his car, robbed him of his money and his sense of security.
Well, I had a rude awakening, and in the aftermath, I took on a more active role in my personal protection.
Today, you'll rarely find Ector without a gun, and he's made a career teaching hundreds of people to protect themselves too.
And you're going to extend your arms out forward, okay? And you're going to stick your butt out.
In a bankrupt city that is considered one of the most violent places in the U.S.
Pull the trigger. How'd that feel?
More and more Detroiters are arming themselves. Some of the students say they seem nervous at first.
Oh yeah, it's not uncommon for a lot of students to be nervous.
In 2005, over 3,000 gun permits were issued in Detroit. That number jumped to over 8,000 by 2012. Crime is going down, but the city is seeing more cases like this. Last winter, 3 teens broke into a Detroit home and found a mother waiting inside with a loaded rifle. Those teens survived, but so far this year, there have been at least 12 justifiable homicides in Detroit, compared to 15 for all of 2013. In the face of numbers like that, Detroit Police Chief James Craig stands by residents who defend themselves.
And so that's a message to those who are out committing these horrific acts. Be concerned about the Detroiter, the good American who has said enough is enough. I'm tired of being a victim.
Community activist Reverend Charles Wilson, who is trying to repeal Michigan's Stand Your Ground law, sees it differently.
And I think that we need to certainly look for every alternative possible before we move into a place where we turn our neighborhoods into the Wild Wild West.
But the risk of danger led 22-year-old Ariel Howard here.
I'm not really necessarily excited to carry a gun, but unfortunately, with all the crime in Detroit and me being a young woman, it probably would be a wise decision for me to have one.
She says owning a gun is essential for survival, especially in Detroit. BC Onaleary, Al Jazeera, Detroit.
And from Detroit, Philadelphia, another life claimed by gun violence. Devin Bullock, a top student and high school basketball star with dreams of playing professionally, was shot in broad daylight last month. Bullock was an innocent bystander caught in a drive-by. He died 2 weeks later. Aaron Carter is a staff writer for the Philly News, who's been covering Devin Bullock's career, and he joins us tonight from Philadelphia. You're a writer for the Philadelphia Daily News, is that right?
Yes, John, thanks.
That's what
Thanks
I
for having
thought. I wanted to make sure I got that right. Aaron, thank you. Well, first of all, give me your reaction to this story. I mean, you've been covering this story. What kind of person was Devin Bullock?
I have been. From the people that I talked to his teammates, I talked to his coaches and administrators at the school. One word always came up when talking about Devin Bullock, and that was leadership. And I watched him play a couple different times, and he was one of those guys that was always vocal on the floor. You could tell instantly that he loved the game, always a smile on his face. And it's a sad thing that happened to him.
What was it about basketball for him?
Basketball for him was everything. It was his life. And the day that he passed, I went to where he worked at Foot Locker and talked to his coworkers, and they all told me that Devin loved basketball. When I spoke to him in February, I wrote a story about him. He had told me that he was estranged from his parents and he lived on his own since he was 16 years old. And, he worked at Foot Locker full-time, 30 to 40 hours a week, and he was able to pay for his own apartment that way. And what he told me about basketball was that was the thing that helped him get through tough times. And he slept with a basketball at night. He named it Michelle. Yeah. He told me about that, and that's something that I wrote about. And it's just, it's a heartbreaking story.
That really gives you chills. I mean, his death, what was the impact on the community?
And I'm glad you said community, because it really was a community reaction. It wasn't just a basketball reaction. It was the city of Philadelphia. And it was just overwhelming sadness, overwhelming confusion. How could this have happened to someone like Devin, who was trying to do the right things, who was a positive influence around his teammates and at the school at New Media Charter. It's just overwhelming sadness from a lot of people, and some emails that I've gotten in reaction to the story from all walks of life, whether you're a basketball fan or not. It's just overwhelming sadness.
All right, you grew up in Philadelphia. Can you talk about how stories like this affect you and your city?
I can. I grew up just outside of Philadelphia, and for me personally, there was some irony to learning about Devin, who grew up in North Philadelphia. My father, his name is Fred Carter. He also grew up in North Philadelphia, and my dad also used basketball as a vehicle to try to transcend some of the violence in Philly, and he was able to make it to the NBA. He actually played for the Philadelphia 76ers and later coached the Philadelphia 76ers, and then parlayed that into a career, a television career at ESPN. And it's because he was able to escape that violence that I'm here sitting and talking to you now about Devin Bullock, who unfortunately wasn't able to. And my dad is 69 years old, and so it just goes to show you that this is a problem that has spanned generations.
And it touches people when you write stories like this and when you talk about it, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily seem to have an impact on the problem. Are there people in community talking about what needs to be done, if anything could be done?
I'm sure there are. I haven't, in my small section in high school sports, I haven't been able to speak to, I can't speak to that specifically, but I can tell you that the folks at New Media Charter, where Devin went to school, they are trying to get the word out. They are trying to spread the message that this was a young man in Devin Bullock who was trying to do the right things, who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and this type of violence, to have cut down a young man like this, just 19 years old, headed for high school graduation, possibly college, possibly to play basketball in college. It's just something that needs to be addressed, and needs to be addressed on a larger scale.
Well, maybe the stories
on a large scale.
Maybe the stories you've written for the Philadelphia Daily News will help have an impact on that. Aaron Carter, it is great to have you on the program. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Coming up, life in the fast lane. The FCC